Crusader friends, here we are once again in Crusader Kings 3. A bit weird if we weren't in Crusader Kings 3 after all. Here we are with King Meringue. King Meringue, the righter of wrongs, putting the dynasty, I think, pretty successfully back on track after the lunatic that was La Baguette, and then his father, King Croissant, trying to live up to La Baguette's legacy and dying horribly of stress at the age of 23. Here we are with King Meringue. He is 32. He loves his drink. He loves his food. And more importantly, he loves his family. Even though he's not directly in love with his wife, they get on pretty well. And more importantly, like I said, righting the wrongs of the dynasty here, we have Prince Pan au Chocolat with the intelligent trait, pulling everything back online, and then, of course, his sister, Macaron, with intelligent as well. Things have gone pretty damn well. We built a castle, because for a while there, of course, we were a castle-less king. We've got trade posts and hunters' lodges and crop fields. Everything is kind of coming back together after the disaster that was Croissant. So, let's carry on. Let's carry on. I love the idea that we are driving this guy towards being that, getting that dynasty rebuilder, going for family hierarch, going down to patriarch there too. Putting things all back together a little bit ready so that we can go a little bit mad with it in future generations again. So with regards to what I was talking about at the start of the episode yesterday, with kind of finding a nice middle ground between role-playing the character as their traits appear, but also keeping things on track. Somebody left a comment that was pretty good in that we should roleplay the character, but not be afraid to get the dice rolling. And I think that's a great way to look at it. Like, anyway, sorry, let's listen to Duke Enzo a second. There are a few things I enjoy more than Duke Enzo's company. Amazing. After this short break, I was once again ready to take on my duties. Lose 27 stress. Thank you, Duke Enzo. So we should, like, for example, our guy obviously knows what's best for the realm. Even if it stresses him out, we shouldn't be afraid to take some decisions that might go against his character, but he knows that that's his duty, right, as the ruler. Simultaneously, we shouldn't be afraid to defer to the council. If we've got a very good diplomat, and say, for example, our character is shy, even if it stresses them out, you'd still have to refer back to your council a little bit, right? Anyway, hello. Oh, they want us to pay the royal court a visit. Very well. Fine. Hello there. My liege, a word, please. This man is enormous, or we're tiny. My chancellor, Prince Religious, approaches me during a brief lull while attending court matters. He gestures to a less populated spot in the room, and I follow him there. I'm concerned about the state of Pisa Castle. While holding a meeting in one of the rooms, we all noticed a horrific smell. It must have come from the latrines on the floor below. Oh, God. Okay. We could get a smelly court and save some money. This character has an infamous court dreaded for its awful smell. I think we'll leave it up to the steward. Oh, God. 45% chance we spend 20 gold. 55% chance we lose 75. You know what? Let's just cut our losses. This is a better option, just mathematically. The man's not an idiot. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll improve relations with Prince Religious. I think our guy is quite a short guy, isn't he? Look how far his feet are dangling from the bottom of that throne. That is ridiculous. That you look absolutely absurd. You need a ladder to get down from there, my friend. We should invest into the court at some stage, but what I think, again, this is kind of our rebuilding character, right? Righting all those past wrongs, or in this case, past sudden deaths. I wanted to build a barracks. Oh, of course, we're swaying the Kaiser. That's right, because our guy's a very jolly, friendly fella. Obviously a very good diplomat. We're trying to make a bunch of friends here. I've received word that my worthless cousin, Duchess Lucinetta, who you might remember we're rivals with because she laughed at my pee-pee, has been spreading false rumors to me about Heinrich. Of course, we're going to try and persuade him. Very good. That's twice we've persuaded him that she is a horrible, horrible witch. We're going to build the blacksmiths because that way we've got the reduction for hunts, we've got the reduction for feasts, and now we've got the reduction for tournaments as well. As Grand Tournament Duel Contest. Oh, wasn't there just a generic one, or was I misreading that the entire time? It's a barracks, that's what I was thinking. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, let's throw that down. Stationed heavy infantry and stationed spearmen also gain a bonus on that as well. Does that stack at a higher level? Oh my god. Yes, it does. Holy shit. Up to 160% for stationed spearmen. Obviously, we're a long way off. I think we'll build that one, and then I'd like to actually upgrade the base level of the castle next. Because we're kind of just living in a crappy little motte. And I think that's not very suitable for the king of Pisa, after all. So, the next level of castle is 522. It probably won't take us that long to save up, ultimately. And I think we should also, again, when we get the cash for it, go for that tax office. It's one of the few duchy buildings we can still get that pretty massive benefit from. Up to 30% at the highest level. That's pretty nice, eh? Either way, we've very much got the ball rolling here. So, let's carry on. I idly sit at court one day when I see one of my young servants staring across the hall at one of my maids for far too long. She notices and looks at him, confused. He immediately jerks his head away, embarrassed, avoiding her gaze. It's old news that he finds her attractive, but hasn't worked up the courage to tell her. He will find the courage soon, or she a brain, it'll work out. Silly boy and girl, such fanciful... Okay, so because we're trusting, though... to be young again, how I miss it, who knows what'll happen. Oh, just a little whimsical event here. Yeah, we'll take the prestige, I suppose. Clearly, the religion aspect hasn't worked out super well for this family. Granted, it got them a kingdom, but the Pope's ready to dish our guy. That's cool. After learning that Kaiser Heinrich would be attending a dance in the castle in the town of Pula, I decided it'd be the perfect opportunity to ensure I get some face-to-face time with him. We are now friends with Kaiser Heinrich. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty handy, eh? So we, with this tree, this is the one that gives you the, each friend relation gives 2 random skill points up to a maximum of 5. So we ideally need 5 friends, but I feel like going for friends in high places of the King of Pisa is a good idea. Can we befriend the Pope? I don't see why we wouldn't be allowed to befriend the Pope. 23%. He'd be a very useful friend to have, I'll be honest, given that obviously the Pope can give you money, he can give you claims. It's a harder one to go for, I guess. Should we sway him first? Because the opinion does impact that. Minimum chance is still 0%. Did I misread that previous? Befriend scheme power up by 30%. Maybe it doesn't change the base. Maybe it just modifies it during the events. I'm not entirely sure. Well, let's go for it. Sure. I think the Pope and the Kaiser being friends with our guys, that's a decent flex. I hope. All right, then. Never mind. For fuck's sake. The Kaiser immediately died and imparted to us a bunch of stress. He was murdered by the Prince of Hungary. Oh, for God's sake. And now there's a new Kaiser, I presume. Kaiser Berthold. Okay, well, I mean, we could try and befriend you. Oh, I try and reduce this stress as much as possible. And then the Kaiser has the decency to be murdered. What a selfish man he is. Okay, we can ask the Pope for gold. Honestly, I don't think it's necessary right now. We're trying to win him over, right? It'd be good to become friends with him in the long term rather than wasting the opinion on a little bit of cash, which we're just going to get anyway. Where would we even want to go to war for next to consider expanding our holdings? Again, I like the idea. Sardinia, Corsica, Mallorca. Maybe go for that Mediterranean Sea. It's such a weird title. The problem is, I need to look up how that special duchy I talked about before works. We might not be able to make it when we're already... Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. There's the Crusader over, shocker. We might not be able to make it if we're already a king, though. That's my only concern. And this is a titular kingdom, so it's not as if we can push de jure claims on anything either. Just, we got de jure Duchy of Pisa, which we already have, right? Oh, well. Did I accidentally sway him? Did I mean to sway him, or did I mean to befriend him? Whatever. Fabrice. My spy master had the priest brought before me for judgment, but he had no evidence to support his accusations. Oh, Fabrice, you moron. You know what? Let's flip over from sway to friendship. I think I meant to do friendship, but I just pressed the wrong button, okay? It's very early. Let's go for befriend instead. 18%. Okay. Don't blame me for you losing that holy wall. That's your own fault, fella. Heart of the family. Close family opinion up by 15. That's quite nice. Thicker than water. Personal scheme chance against family members up by 25%. So we can always befriend our family members if we get really desperate for skill points. Be a nice safety net to have. Sound foundations. Each living child gives you 1 random skill point. That's all obviously pretty good. Really, the best one to have is the groom to rule, in my opinion. It's so damn good to keep things going. I mean, look at this kid. He's already got as good as, if not better stats than us at the age of 7. And he's got a very good educator, too, don't forget, in the form of Religieuse. Hello! Oh, it's King Philippe of France. I've heard good things about you, and I'm interested in starting a written conversation. I hope this letter finds you willingly. Absolutely. Politely decline, because he respects us. Fair enough. No. Okay, let's do that. Let's see if we can become friends with the King of France. Kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone there. Absolutely. Hello! Here he is again. Thank you for your swift response. I'm looking forward to our correspondence. Please, I implore you, pick the first subject for us to discuss. What do you think you'd enjoy? Ambitious, cynical, wrathful. He is an astute intellectual. Valued diplomatic courtier. Oh. Hey, that's a cool trait. I don't really know if you'd like any of these things, to be honest. The blessings of family. He's quite a learned man. I think we're just going to go with etiquette. Let's just go for a safe... no, he did not like that at all. Well, never mind. At least we learned something. Yeah, fair enough. We can win him over later on. It's not a big deal. Oh! Polishokolo learn Greek through observation. Oh, nice. Whoa. Oh, hello there. Dear King Meringue of Pisa. It's a French de jour war. Hang on a second. Now, we knew this was going to happen eventually, right? French de jour war for the country, the county of Vermandois. This was always kind of an expected outcome. We could give it a go, because we have a lot of good allies here. The problem is, though, we're calling allies... Oh, God, and of course she's our... Yeah, I don't think we can win this, because she is our rival. She's not going to accept, and she was the bulk of those troops. Is it worth getting us into such an enormous amount of debt over a county that barely gives us any money in the first place? Oh, no armies to raise. What do you mean? Have I still got my armies raised somewhere? What? Where are they? Why are they there? I thought I moved them away. Huh. I'm not going mad. I did put the troops back on the boats and disband them, right? I feel like I'm losing my mind. How strange. Okay. Well, look, I feel like a knight is a bit more important right now, given that we are technically at war. Yeah, no, we're probably not going to win this war against France. They've got a lot of troops, and we now have absolutely nothing at all. It's a shame I can't get away to call Tuscany in, because that would flip things over a little bit, wouldn't it? Is there any way we can... I think there's anything at all, is there? Okay, I think this is probably lost. Again, it was kind of an expected thing, right? What if we surrender? It doesn't really matter right now. We might as well just let the... Is that all we lose? We just lose 30 prestige. Oh. That's not too bad. I did expect to lose that eventually anyway. I think we'll just let the war tick. I mean, I'm not too bothered. Maybe our allies will come in and do something helpful. My spies have informed me of a hunter causing a ruckus. Oh, God. We're trusting. So we will just trust that this man wasn't trying to write a map. The people trying to kill us. Look, we're of such a high level of stress here. Oh, the Pope does not want to become friends either. Oh, God, this is just going from bad to worse. My poor guy. Hello! Who is this? Queen Margarita of Burgundy. Ah, very good. Let's try this again then. Start exchanging letters with Margarita. She would definitely enjoy various poisons in their application. I mean, she's a flamboyant trickster. She would definitely be into this. Ah, you have misjudged me if you think sycophantry will get you anywhere. Oh, for God's sake. Well, they've sieged the county down. And now they're going to head over to Pisa. Maybe it is a good point just to surrender this out. I don't really want them sieging down Pisa. We lost Vermandois. Again, that was always an expected part of things, right? If we really were so bothered about climbing the ladder, we could swear fealty to the Holy Roman Empire and start launching some schemes. I just like the small round for now. Let's just build up. Let's start to prepare things properly. How are you looking? Intrigue for Macaron? I think that could be quite good. Marshal is interesting, but we can't really do much with her as a Marshal. Whereas we could put her on Spy Master and have her do quite well on that front. I think that's quite good. Let's get you an educator. Preferably someone much smarter than me. I haven't really got many good intrigue characters at all. She's good. Maybe the best we can do. Poor for us. Sorting by intrigue. Your steward is average. Yeah, I think go for the wife again just because she's intelligent. Let's do it. Let's have her educate both of them. There might also be some good childhood events between both the children that way. So we're educating this kid in stewardship, right? 8 stewardship, 10 learning. He's coming out pretty well, to be fair. I've got high hopes. Oh, Phyllis. Gain the trait pregnant. Now, I thought we'd start on yet another king we haven't quite gone for quite yet. We are going to try and befriend the nice-sounding King Guy the Flayer. Okay, let's focus on just trying to get as many friends as possible. It's good experience, and again, we've got potentially some skill points coming our way with the friends that we've got. We haven't got any friends right now since the Kaiser died. Selfish Kaiser. Thicker than water, yeah, okay. Personal scheme against family members. What does Patriarch do again? Fertility 20%, stress loss 20% is so good. Close family opinion up by 15. I like that a lot. Maybe then we go for, like, diplomat, honestly. Ducal conquest, adaptive traditions. None of them are massively useful. A lot of them are war-based, aren't they? Fabricate claims, ducal conquest, that type of thing. Maybe August might make more sense. Sway scheme power, inspiring rule. It's more about vassals, though. Although I do like the commission epic decision. That's always good for helping build things up early on. The problem is we haven't exactly got control over the dynasty because it's Duke Ulrich who has control over the dynasty tree. Luckily, the guy is making my job easy and is picking the... he's picking the blood legacies, which is really nice. That's obviously worked out super, super well for us. I hope he doesn't choose architected ancestry and pick something awful. I don't know how good the AI are at picking dynasty legacies, ultimately. If he goes for that and then picks, I don't know, genius. I don't think you can pick genius for that one, can you? All are intelligent or whatever. That would be fantastic. I'd be very happy with that one. We'll see what happens. I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. Hey! Oh, we actually did befriend him. Bloody hell, that was easy. God damn. The befriend event seems pretty fast. It's just pretty low chance of success. So we can just keep flinging it and seeing what sticks, right? King Radomir the Garlic King will go with my other good friend, Guy the Flayer. What a lineup. Just my friendly, jolly diplomat fella. Making friends with all the worst people. We got another intelligent character. Again, thank God that dynasty head is picking the reinforced bloodline traits there. Croissant. You know what? Okay, yeah. Name it after my character's father. That seems pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Man, we've got a good lineup of kids and a good lineup of backup kids, too, for when things inevitably go wrong. Do we want to... Oh, Kaiser Berthold's been excommunicated. Do we want to save up for that castle, or do we want to go for a bit more of a foundational upgrade first? Maybe go for the trade port, get a bit more taxes, 0.5 per month. 0.8 per month with farms and fields, and it also gives 1% holding tax for 237. I think we can afford not to have a feast or anything for a little while. Speaking of which, with Queen Phyllis's diligent administration of my household's finances, there's more gold than expected. Do we want to have a magnificent dinner party? All vassals and courtiers gain 20 opinion. We haven't got any vassals. Invest the money in the local area. If there's one thing money can buy, it's eyes and ears. We buy spies, but we're trusting, so we wouldn't. Or, let's save the money. Agreed. Let's go for that one so that we can upgrade those farms and fields. We can demand payments again. I love that we've got this hook on our rival that we can just keep siphoning money off of. That's so good. Enzo of Spoleto almost has enough cash, so we'll wait out on that one. I am still glad we went for golden obligations because it really has got the ball rolling, right? It really has kickstarted a lot of our building, given that we're going to be playing Tor for a little while. I'd like some vassals, though, so that we can start getting a bit more dynamic kind of intrigue, dynamic relationships going on, a little bit of round building stuff, because right now it's just us in a castle. A difficult-looking man demands an audience. My name is Herbert. Again, frightening-looking fella. This is the same event where we were ripped off before, right? Maybe there is a chance that he might not be so horrible. We are trusting, so I'm going to take it. And let's see what happens. He is a guest in court. He would make for a good spy master. I don't know if we're allowed to hire him because he's an event character. Maybe he will disappear. I'm finishing up the day's business when my wife, Queen Phyllis, saunters in with her sister, Agatha, eagerly at her heels. Phyllis hesitantly remarks upon the room's furnishings. Don't these bare stone walls drive you a little bit mad? I know exactly what we need. Tapestries. My sister is excellent with a needle. Oh, okay. Give her 50 gold to weave a tapestry. We can't really afford it, but again, I think we're trusting. And I think we would like to... We're a people pleaser. Let's do it. What happened to my, What happened? Oh, shit. Did I accidentally sway? Oh, my God. This guy actually made something. Hey, nice. Herbert comes back with the product of his labor. You inspect that statue from head to toe. This is obviously a saint, or maybe a bishop. You don't dare ask whom. We've become the owner of the effigy of a saint. Amazing. Thank you. Wow, we actually got something nice there. I presume it's a court artifact then, huh? Let's get that on display. Very fancy. What does it do for us? It gives us 0.4 piety per month and clergy opinion +5. Actually, not bad at all. I accidentally started swaying that guy instead of befriending him because I'm a fool. Radomir, hello, my friend. I would like to befriend you. 0% chance. All right, never mind then. Fuck you. Lombardy, how about you? 0% chance. Why does everybody hate me? Oh, because we've all got conflicting traits. What about the Kaiser? 46% chance. You know what? I'll try it. We might get in the Pope's bad books by befriending an excommunicated man. A peddler in a cloak with dozens of baubles. The only option we've got is to sell your lies elsewhere. It's probably because we have no money left because I keep buying trinkets. It's probably being so trustworthy. Or, building construction costs down by 5%. Really glad I didn't just order up a building. Oh, for God's sake, here we go. My lord, look at the thread. I've never seen such fine quality before. My beneficiary, Agatha, breaks away from the market procession to accost the merchants selling them. With this, my projects could reach new heights. Madam, this is very expensive. 48% chance it costs us 5 gold. 51% chance it costs us 50 gold. The top one's 50 gold, but this one also costs us prestige. My God, he needs to not be so trusting. This is going to cost us a fortune. Let's go for the 5 gold. Oh, God. Well, maybe a tapestry is what we need. We're making an alright amount of cash, so look, it'll drop over time. We need to sort the council out a little bit too, because the Spy Master's got 4 skill, the Steward has 5 skill. I'd really like a better Steward right now. Let's swap you 2 over, and let's get you swapped for... hard to say, but that in the background looks promising. Let's swap you 2 over, because that way we got 7 and 15 on that one. My lord, my beneficiary Agatha gestures to the door of her weavery where she's been toiling for months on my commission. A large satin tapestry of a masterful craftsmanship. The cloth depicts a court hearing. King Meringue sits majestically at the center of the scene while vassals, emissaries, defeated enemies, and servants wait in line to pay homage. Well, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that a lot. Renown 0.1, Dynasty Opinion +6, Court Grandeur bonus +3. Thank you. Actually, that is nice. I appreciate that. We've managed to decorate a lot of this room very, very quickly. Let's slap that bad boy up there. Look at that. Wow. And now we've got an incident. Lately, I can't help but notice the gaggle of giggling maidens and unusually austere warriors. Oh, it's another saucy reading by my sister-in-law, Agatha. Weaving and sexy poetry. Confident lover for 10 years. Let's take it. Let's take it. We need all the help we can get on that front. Hey, and another friend. Very good. Hey, that's quite nice. Okay, so we're up to 3 friends so far. Not bad. Did we already take the... Am I going mad? Did we already get the befriend... Friendly council. It's the next one. It's the next one. I'm losing my damn mind. I thought it was the second one, but that's the childhood bonuses, isn't it? Phyllis taught Macaron the Greek language. This is good. This is good. They're obviously very keen to learn. How's he coming along? Ooh. Honest. Pan au chocolat is honest and callous. Interesting. Weird combination. His stats are okay. Again, I was hoping for a little more stewardship, but we'll see how he comes out. He's got a great educator, and he has the chance of a very good education, right? Hello. I think it might be in best interest of our realms to arrange a meeting with our heirs, Pan au chocolat and Berengar, to make sure they build a healthy relationship. From Kaiser Heart Knight of the Holy Roman Empire. Absolutely. Let's do it. The arranged meeting between Berengar and Pan au chocolat is the perfect opportunity for foundations of a long-lasting relationship between my realm and Kaiser Heart Knights. Berengar should come to the County of Pisa, or Pan au chocolat will... Pan au chocolat should visit the Kaiser, because I'll be honest, I don't think I want to be embarrassed by inviting the Kaiser's son to this court. Nor can we afford it. Oh, Pan au chocolat has returned. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. Berengar and Pan au chocolat cannot stand one another. Fair enough. Obviously, if we'd spent the money, we'd be able to influence that. But Phyllis is pregnant again. Phyllis. This is fantastic news. This is fantastic news. We are really knocking it out of the park with this dynasty. Then, of course, we can marry all these other family members together. Hopefully get some big alliances for when we try and take Sardinia and Corsica. Friendly council. Here we go. So we're 186764 in order of skills. 28964. Cool, so we got a lot more diplomacy and then some more stewardship as well. Very good. Happy to see it. Of course, the diplomacy is going to help us get more friends in the long term. King of France. Maybe he likes me a little bit more now. Try and befriend him. We'll just put that whole Vermandois thing behind us. I mean, he was well within his legal right to take that county back. I'm not going to hold any grudge. We were some upstart guy who suddenly got independence and he was taking it back. I can't hate him for that. I can't argue with it. Oh! Another daughter. Is she? She has to be intelligent. You've let the whole side down. Oh, princess. I'm going to name you Madeline. That's a cake. That's a cake. Boom. There you go. Amazing. Duke Zaister became the new dynasty head of the Karling dynasty. That'll be us one day. That will be us one day. It's a long way out quite yet. Archbishop Edward has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed at the council table. He's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. You guess he is weak-minded or keeps to himself. We might be able to manipulate him. I have tasks which are impossible to complete. You guess Edward would do everything in his power to get the task done. Or how dare you challenge your king? We wouldn't do that because we're fickle, apparently. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's forget to invite him. Let's just forget to invite him. And we got it. Nice. Since I begin to withhold information from him, he's made a damn fool of himself on more occasions than I can count. Dismissing his hopelessly outdated suggestions has been easier than outwitting a dog. A little bit strong. Again, this guy's an expert in... Oh, Lord. An expert. Whose man is this? Oh, God. Here we go. Breakdown time. I'm on the battlefield. The mud is clinging to my boots. Once again, I'm reliving the day King Philippe of France pressed the French de jure domain over Vermandois. I mean, look, I'm not going to hate it. I wake up gasping, cold beads of sweat clinging to my face. Phyllis stirs beside me, but I don't wake. I must deal with my troubles alone. Obsessed with vengeance for 20 years. I don't think so. I think he would try and forget it. Okay. He's going to have a little drink. 20% chance he loses some learning for doing so, but it's a necessary evil. We didn't lose any learning. That's good. Okay, we probably should invest in a feast next then. Or something to... Something to try and keep things afloat here. It'd be a lot easier to make King Philippe believe me if he just believed the honesty of my attempt. He doubts my sincerity. I mean, we do sincerely want to become friends with you, but mainly so that we gain some friendship bonuses, Philippe. But I don't really think I can really explain that to him. We'll take the stress. We'll take the stress. We'll save it for a feast, okay? Got the Hamlets. Everything's fine. No! Enzo! I've been waiting for Duke Enzo's latest letter. I've sent missives of my own, but to no response. I'm one of the few who would have answered in your time of need, Enzo. He has abandoned me. I just can't keep friends going long enough. We're still friends, though. Your uncle and best friend. Okay, so it didn't... Okay, it didn't actually lose friends with him. Okay, fair enough. We just lost opinion, which is, of course, the first step to stop being friends. My desk is a mess. Papers, inks, quills, maps, charts, and other important things are strewn all over. Maybe it'd be a good time to tidy things up. Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You got a lot of stress going on right now. Just don't worry about these things. Hey, we actually befriended King Philippe of France after having a delightful conversation over dinner. Nice. One more friend then, and we've pretty much maxed that out, right? Who are we going to go for? King of England? Distant relative? I think we could befriend him. 64% chance. Look at this. Did we get more diplomacy with that last friendship? I think it was intrigue. I think we had 6 intrigue before. Friendly council +2. Yeah, it absolutely was there. Fair enough. Not bad. This guy actually came out pretty well rounded. He might be impressed by my feats. Focus on William's accomplishments. Or make sure everybody hears about my greatness. We'll focus on his accomplishments. The guy's a diplomat. He knows how to please people. We've got 3 more years before Pain au Chocolat has finished his education. We've got ages before Macaron. Croissant also has the potential to be a good stewardship character. So we'll go for that one. Who are we going to educate you with then, little guy? Agatha's at court. She's average. I guess we'll go for it. It's the best we've got. And then Madeline is far too young. She's also like the side down. Everybody's intelligent besides her. She's a slow idiot child. The Leviathan. It behooves a king to spend time at sea with the salty air in his face and a fine vessel beneath his feet. Today sees my personal craft and a small escorting squadron out for drills, practice, and pleasure. We spot it. A distant plume of water, followed by an island of wine-dark flesh rolling out over the waves. The greatest beast of all, a whale. Shall we harpoon the whale? There's a 36% chance we gain 100 gold. We can let the others handle it and bring them the carcass for 50. Or a fearsome creature. Leave it. A forgiving maniac. Fickle, trusting. He's a hungry guy. Bring me the carcass for a feast. Yes, we'll serve whale. Ah, and we did befriend King William. This is great. There you go. We've nailed it. All 5 friends are sorted out there. Good friends. 2 powerful friends in high places. Very good. Let's have a feast to celebrate. We can invite them, can't we? Because they're our friends. Oh, still need 28 more gold. Man, this stuff's expensive. God damn, we could invest in so much infrastructure with that instead, but here we are. Okay. Spy Master. I might have to hire... Oh, God. Let's indulge in drink. Let's indulge in drink. Okay, we'll lose a bunch of stress. Food is 50 gold. I think we can afford to stay at stress level 1. That's not a problem. I think I need to search for a caravan master to hire them as a courtier. Preferably someone with high intrigue would be good. This guy's not bad. This guy's also not bad. They're both very similar in terms of stats. So we'll take Adrian just to fill a gap, basically. Right, so how are we looking here? Let's get you on there. 22 if we swap this guy over, but he's our best steward. Can I not even put him on the council? Oh, it's probably because we employed him as a caravan master, of course. So I'd have to sack him from that one, right? Yeah. So if we get rid of you from there, we might be able to put him on the council now. It might go on cooldown, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's... See, I'm not sure whether we put this guy back on Marshall, because he's very good. And then we sack that guy for Adrian. That's increased the kind of average stats of the council overall. I think that works fine. I think I'm alright with that. So, I think we need to start setting up some alliances, because tomorrow I think I want to start going to war soon. The Hamadi dynasty is pretty enormous. Fucking hell, they've got a lot of allies too. Where would we start? There's a couple of counties in Sicily that are just hanging around, untouched. I think Mallorca as well might be an easy one to jump into. That seems pretty straightforward. I don't really know where to begin. If we fabricate a claim... Yeah, with no Casus Belli. Let's start fabricating a claim down here then. Let's build up a little bit on Sicily. And Sicily themselves have... They've got allies, but it's not that much. If we could win over Tuscany... our rival... Maybe that's what we should be doing. Maybe we should try and win her over. 80% chance of swaying her. Maybe we try and end this petty rivalry. And we could call her in. That's 4,000 troops just sitting there. That would help out massively. So I think we should probably wait for Macaron to get a little bit older and try and marry her off. We should be setting up a marriage for Princess Catherine of England. She's also genius. Holy shit. They are related, but they are, like, distantly related, right? It was his great-grandmother? His grandmother was Beatrice of Pisa. Yeah. His great-grandmother was of House Normandy. They are very distantly related. Intelligent and genius. I think we've got to go for it. That's a great marriage, and that is a good alliance to have in our pocket. Our friend, we've got that formal alliance. He's got 10,000 troops. That's pretty massive. We can really punch up from there. What about you? Let's have a look here. Alliance power. King William of England. Oh, God, we could have just married her to King William. Prince Henri of France. Oh, shit. That's a good marriage. We're allied to England, and we're now allied to France. This is what I'm saying. This guy is a people pleaser. Look at this diplomacy coming into play. We might only have 671 men, but in terms of allies, we've just picked up 20,000 troops. Over 20,000 troops. Holy shit. Let's sort by alliance power again. Who do we get from you, then? We get Duke Hughes. We've really already got him. We're looking for people who really aren't... what about you? This is Duke Baggio of Genoa, so that's, again, a different realm that we could call in. So let's get those two married. Got married for alliance. Got married for alliance at this point. I have brooked her vanity for far too long. Sometimes I dream of driving House Canossa into the dirt. No, there's better use of your energies. You're a people pleaser. We need these alliances. Let's go for it. This is exactly what I wanted to achieve with this guy, and it all seems to be paying off right now. It's all kind of culminating a little bit. This is some good shit. This is some really good shit. We've got so many allies backing us up. Presumably we could call them in. We could even take this guy on, to be honest. I wouldn't do a holy war. To be fair, I wouldn't go all in on a holy war, but that could be good. Ducal conquest claims. We could go down ducal conquest then with this guy. How old are we? We're 40, but you've got to remember he's a drunkard and a comfort eater. I think only drunkard takes a hit, which doesn't really make much sense, but never mind. He'll live for another 10, 20 years, I think. Sound foundations. Gives us 4 skill points. We take Patriarch. We jump over to Diplomat and try and go for Ducal Conquest. We fabricate a claim on, say, the Duchy of Corsica or Duchy of Sardinia, preferably. And then we press it all in one go with Ducal Conquest. It would be pretty enormous. And this is a much bigger realm than... I like Pisa, okay? I do. I would prefer having a whole island. I think that's fair to say. Okay, this is the game plan then. Let's leave it there for today, because this is like such a great place to bookend it. Everything, all that diplomacy, all that training, all of those perks, all of these marriages, all of these children, everything has culminated in an enormous army ready to back us up whenever we need it. So tomorrow, we'll fabricate some claims, and we'll start work on expanding the realm. I think this guy has worked out so goddamn well. I'm happy with him. Thank you for joining me. Come back tomorrow.